Okay, homework and remembering, Unit 2, Lesson 6. Let's look at number 7 on the homework side first. Ahmad had a piece of rope that was 7 1400 meters long. The M represents meters. He cuts off 0 900 meters to practice making knots. What was the length of the rope after the cut? So if we're making a cut, we know we're taking something away. We're cutting it off. We're taking it. Okay? So, 7 1400 minus 900. And we're talking about meters for both of these values. 4 minus 9. You can't do that. You'll have a negative number, so you need to go to the tens place and borrow from that 1. Make that 0 tens. Now we have 14 minus 9, which is 5. 0 minus 0 is 0. Drop that decimal. 7 minus 0 is 7. So we have 7 500 meters of the rope left. So there's our answer for number 7. This work here should be shown right where it says show your work. And that's at the right of the problem. Please show your work there. I know a lot of us sometimes forget to do that. We do it in our head or we do it on a separate sheet of paper. It's okay to do it on a separate sheet of paper, but I want to see your work. So if you do on a separate sheet of paper show all your work, please staple it to your homework and remembering each day. That's very helpful. Now let's take a look at the remembering side just as a review to make sure we're getting these right. Let's look at number 1. We're going to write a mixed number as a... So this is remembering. Just a little skill we need to keep in our memory bank. Number 1 is 1 3/5. Write that as a fraction. So we're going to take this mixed number, which they gave us, 1 3/5, and we're going to write it as an improper fraction. So we're going to show that as a fraction. One way to do it is say the denominator 5 times the whole number is 5. Then you add that to the numerator, which is 5 plus 3 is 8/5. That's one way to do it. Or you could unbuild it. You could say 1 3/5 is equal to, well, let's take this 1 and show it as fractional wholes. So if it's a fraction and it's one whole and we're talking about fifths, how many fifths do we need to make a whole? Well, we need 5/5 to make one whole. So we just rewrote that differently as a fraction. And then we just take our remaining part and put it over here. And that also gives us 8/5. Okay. So, remembering is a refresher side of the paper. All the things on the remembering side you're expected to know how to do. So hopefully that seems that way when you work on them at home as well. Shoot me an email, whatever you need to do to get in contact with me, write on our blog post, on our website, leave a reply. I will get a notification and hopefully be able to answer any questions you have on homework. Have a good night.